Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I so appreciate the view, the like, the subscribe, and why don't you go ahead and do me that favor now. Like and subscribe. At the end, please share with others. Please engage in conversations in the comments. I look forward to that. So, my name is Nicole. I am here on YouTube as Creative One. You can also catch me on Instagram as First Lady for Life. What I do with these videos is they are centered and topic around family. And I have an acronym for family that I use. Family, F.A.M.I.L.Y. Father and Mother, I love you. And what I choose to do is surround the video around a particular question, and I give you my answer on the question and look forward to you all sharing your comments or your answers at the bottom and to the comment section. What I would love to do is eventually get a bigger audience and eventually start doing more live, possibly discussion panels, and then maybe some actual seminars. It's always movement to grow not only what I'm doing, but grow my experiences and connections with others. The purpose is to, like I said before in many videos prior, I want to break a lot of generational curses that has plagued many families, especially within the Black communities. At the same time, all families can benefit from whatever it is that we discuss and the topics that are shared within these videos. Let me point these things out first. My aim here is to make sure that I never offend anyone or make anybody feel uncomfortable. Whenever I make my videos, they're going to always be centered around topics that can be very sensitive. The aim is not to hurt you. I am telling my story, and I have been hurt and I have been scarred, but I'm not afraid and ashamed to share it with you all. The aim and objective to you is to be able to get you to understand you're not alone if you've been here or you experience these same things. It is not to open up wounds and make you feel bad, but rather open up wounds and allow you to deal with them. I am not a medical therapist or a doctor, but at the same time, my experiences credit me and validate me to be able to share my story. That's the problem. We don't have a lot of these conversations. We wait until we get to someone that is medically or have some degree behind them in order to be able to say, yes, I'm going to take your word. Not saying we shouldn't, but what makes the person who've actually been through those experiences not qualified to tell the story or share their story and even be open to listening to you, that you might be able to get some suggestions or advice. And this is merely what I'm here to do. So my disclaimer is that my intentions for this video is never to offend, disrespect, or to hurt anyone's opinions, views, or experiences. It is merely to share mine. With that being said, I would like to move on to the question that I am having in this particular video. What are ways that family can encourage one another? Now, I'm going to honestly say that I didn't get a lot of the encouraging words. I was told what to do and I had to do it. There were people in my life who did encourage me. I'm never going to say that, and it was my family. It just wasn't something that was consistent, that it just stayed with me. And I believe this is why I am so inspiring and encouraging. And I feel that it's important as a family is that, number one, we encourage based off of praise, based off of love, based off of inspiration and motivation. A child learns when they feel that they are appreciated for the small tasks that they acquire or they achieve. And a lot of times we do that with the smallest acts. You can start by encouraging your child and encouraging within the family by not downgrading who they are. And we do this by, number one, calling a person by their name or something that is positive. When you have those situations in families that's based around where we use a lot of the slang, the curse words and profanity, that builds up in a child. And there is a poem that goes along with what a child live with, and I think it's Dorothy Knowlton. I'm not sure, but you can look it up, and it's a beautiful poem. And I've had it placed out on my walls before because it talks about what a child lives with is what he grows up in and what he becomes or what she becomes. And this is imperative and important to why we need to make sure that we are encouraging and having encouragement within our family, because a lot of times that's where it starts. We're in this home, we're in this environment, in this place with these individuals 24/7, despite when we either go to our jobs or go out, go to school, and we don't feel any type of inspiration or motivation from them. We have to stop that. If that does go on in your house, you are the ones that are setting the example. If it does not go on in your house, these are the ones that I'm reaching out to say that we need more of this in the family. The ways that I was encouraged when I was younger is, number one, is that yes, I was encouraged on my education. I was praised so much on how smart I was, and it was a lot of things of that nature to ways that I knew that I was going to feel good about anything that I did in school and brought home because I was always encouraged on that. You have some people who might not get good grades and might not get as encouraged. But if they don't get good grades, what about the things that they do that are good? They might not have got the A, but they got the C. So it made them try. The encouraging words motivates and inspire family members to be able to say, man, I did something right. Not that I did everything wrong. And a lot of times we miss that. We focus on the negative, or we focus on the flaws, or we focus on the problems. And I seen a meme somewhere that says, why don't we get together and start focusing and talking about our joys, our pleasures, our desires, things that are good that happen to us? And all of that plays a part in encouraging. In addition to not calling a child out of their name or not calling other family members disrespectful words or using profanity when you're speaking to them. That is not encouraging. That hurts someone's feelings. And if you want someone to be able to speak and talk to you in a respectful tone, you have to be able to give it as well. And we got to start changing up those dynamics. We need to go back to the yes ma'am and no ma'am and yes sir and no sir. It's a level of respect. It's the fact that yes, I respect that you paved the way for me and this is how I'm going to address you. And I thank you for being able to instill those morals and values with me. Other ways that we need to encourage in the family, you have family members where it come with your immediate family, or it could be just a cousin, or it could be a distant relative. If you see them on the regular and you know that they have a talent or a skill, man, encourage that. Tell them how good. Also, support them. If you know that you get these things done, that helps them feel good. I have several people in my family, from hair to nails, all of that. We need to get back to that. If you have those individuals that do those type of things, even down to they know how to cook, they know how to decorate with parties, they know how to make clothes, why are we not able to invest and encourage those type of skills within our family? That boosts them up, that builds a connection, that brings us together as a whole. But we're going to support the corner stores, and we're going to support the corner nail salons, or we're going to support the corner beauty salons. And I get it. Sometimes family just don't want to do right. Family don't want to treat you right. Family don't want to show up. So now what we have to do is that we have to encourage and say, guess what? We love you and we want to be able to support you. It's just some things that you got to be able to do better that keeps us from wanting to do business with you. We got to have those conversations. Encourage the fact that, yes, I want to support you, but I love you enough to let you know these are the things that I have a problem with. So let's sit down and talk. Encouragement comes in conversation and communication. Encourage those to talk on a positive level and hear one another. Encourage one another to be honest with what they say, but just also be respectful with how they deliver it. When you have a lot of encouragement, inspiration, and motivation that flows around your environment on a regular, that builds your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-awareness, all of that up to where is it that it makes you want to perform to your highest ability on anything that you do. So now if we know that we have those family members that have or possess a lot of skills and talents that we would love to support, but we just feel that they lack on certain things, encourage more family talks to where is it that we all can get on the table and talk about what it is that we have a problem with in a rational way. We can all agree to disagree, but we don't have to have a debate or argument. We can have a discussion, and there is a difference. Encourage discussions. Encourage positive and respectful communication. If you have someone in your family that, man, they just have more gifts to where that they can be more motivating, they could be more inspiring, they could be more calm, encourage that. If they want to be the ones that bring together the family on the basis, encourage that. Like, man, I appreciate that you do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you're like that. Encouragement in the family can go so far to where it's that you see it builds positive energy and it removes the negative energy. And that negative energy keeps from going down to the new generations, because now they're brought up in this type of environment where, wow, all they're doing is being inspired and motivating and told, always follow your dreams, never give up on yourself, always have a vision and set goals for yourself. We need to have more of those conversations. We need to have more of those things being shared in the family. Now, my mom, very nurturing, always encouraged me to do what's right. Always encouraged me to be mindful of who I was around and to be careful. She encouraged me to, I did everything, you guys. I did ballet, I did gymnastics, all of that. She encouraged me to follow my passion. And now that I am at this age right now, that is what I am doing because I was encouraged by her to do it. My father, he encouraged my education as well. He knew that it was something that I possessed, that I had within me. But he also encouraged my creativity. I remember a long time ago, I used to make pillows. And I couldn't have been no more than maybe 13 or 14 years old. And at that time, my grandmother, she actually encouraged it as well. And I remember her going and buying me some type, the fabric, the cotton and everything. I had made my father a pillow, and it looked like the shape of a Bible, and it had our last name on it. And I'm not lying, y'all, for the longest my father had that pillow like in his window in his truck. And it was so cute because I just thought like he just really held on to. He was like, that is really a talent. That was really nice that you did it. Same with my grandmother and grandfather. I had made them two pillows that was the shape of hearts. I did make some butterflies before, but I made the shape of hearts. And hey, I just think I just had an epiphany. I think I might start that again. You guys encouraged me to do that. Okay. So it was like hearts, and it was so pretty. One had grandpa and one had grandma on it. And my grandmother, she kept that. And she would always tell me, when you gonna do some more of them pillows? You need some more stuff? I'm gonna have to get you some more stuff because that is so cute. You can really do that. We need more of that. This is what we got to start doing with our families. Encouraging their skills, their talents, their gifts, their dreams, and their desires and their goals. Fill those conversations up with encouragement. When your loved one comes to you and say they have an idea, sit and listen to them. When your loved one comes to you and say, yes, I have a skill or a talent and I'm going to make a monetary gain and this is going to be a business or a company that I'm about to run, support them. When your loved one comes and say, you know what, I want to try this new thing. I've always had this dream of doing this and doing that. Guess what? You encourage him. Encourage all positive elements of the loved one, especially when you see that they want to apply it for good and something positive. I've heard many motivational videos where they speak on how so many gifts and talents are just wasted in our graveyards. because people go to death with all of that greatness in them. They might not have been around nobody who actually encouraged that, who actually nurtured that, who actually inspired and motivated and told them to keep going. And that plays a big part in a lot of people. They need people around them that's going to fuel them, that's going to inspire them and say, man, you have something in you. There is something so special that many lack, but you have. And you deserve to be seen. You need to be out to where is it that, man, people get to know you, which is what called me to here. And I've had people like that in my life. I would have preferred more of them within my family. Now I'm more of the one that does it, and I can see it trickling down. We need more of those conversations. Forget filling the conversations up with talking about people and what they're doing. Let's talk about us as a family and what we can be doing. Okay, you have some people in your family that are great cooks. Why we don't sit there and encourage that? We should have some type of event sponsored around cooking where we get to see a new dish or a meal that this particular family member has made for us. We should be encouraging that. And yes, we have to put to the side to where is it that when we like, well, this particular family member is not going to come through. Well, if you know that that is the case in that situation with that individual, then that means before you go to that scenario, you have to build up the fact that they need to address, they have some things that they need to work out. And it's still a way to approach that. Encourage that they need to be receptive to own that there's some things that they need to brush up on so that they can be able to have more of the support by the family. Encourage any great skills and gifts, any gifts. It just don't have to be great because all gifts and skills are great. Encourage those things. If you have someone who sings, you have someone who writes, you have someone who sews. We all have been blessed on this realm with a vessel, a body, and talents and skills. But a lot of times they're like seeds just waiting to be watered or planted because nobody nourishes that, not even yourself. And then we're not around those people who even bring up those conversations. We'll scroll all day long on the social media looking for that interesting picture or that interesting meme or that interesting conversation. But what type of interesting, motivating, inspiring, encouraging conversations are we having with our families? And once again, if you're doing that, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to the ones that's not. And if you are that one that are doing it already, go ahead, comment in the comment and let us know how you do it. Pass on some words of encouragement. My words of encouragement are fulfilled all within this video. This is why I'm saying we need to do it. We need to stop talking about our problems. We need to start talking about our joys. We need to start encouraging our gifts and talents and skills that we have as a family. Hell, let's even come together. I seen a meme on Instagram and it said, not Gucci, not Fendi, not Prada, but deeds, LLCs, bank accounts. I encourage that. I'm not really fond on banks because I just don't care for banks, but that's something different. But I agree. I get the point. And we have to encourage those type of mindsets. We also need to encourage better healthy eating, better acts of spending on financing. We need to encourage those. We need to encourage those. We need to encourage individuals to sit down and say, man, do you know what it is that you want to do with your life? Do you have any goals set? We need to encourage those type of conversations, and we don't really do that. I didn't have a lot of them growing up neither. And this is why I be so adamant. I eventually started having more of them once my family got to the point where they were either on their deathbed or they had gotten really sick, and then things began to really register and say, man, I'm going to have to do some things quick because, I didn't really say a lot of stuff that I probably should have said. This is where we are. And I know it's all in me. It's something in me. My ancestors, they just poking at me. Everybody saying, you better do it. You felt it? Shut your mouth. I'm telling you, it's something in me. And they be telling me this is what I'm supposed to do. And I do it. There is a higher calling that has invested themselves all in me, and they speak it. Those that knew me when I was in elementary school, like, they would tell you, she didn't talk like this. She very, and when I did speak on a sarcastic level, but it was more prompted by is that I refuse to let you get away with something and me not. But my point is that I have more confidence and self-esteem built up that I can be able to relay or share my views or my experiences openly. I'm not ashamed of that. I lived this story. I survived. I surpassed. Why should I be afraid to share the truth that only I can tell? I walked it. But we have to stop second guessing ourselves on that. How do, or what are ways that family can encourage one another? We can encourage one another by, number one, encouraging conversations on goals, dreams, visions, what it is that we want to do. We encourage one another on a daily basis by praising little acts of achievement. Small things. You can actually praise small acts from little ones all the way to the adults. Even if it's nothing but a simple gesture of a hello, top of the hour, grand rising, to, you know what, you look really nice today. You know what I'm saying? You're really glowing today. I really like what you put up on your social media. Or I really like that dinner that you cooked last night. Encourage skills. Encourage gifts. Encourage talents. Support. You got family members that actually are doing something on a positive level for a monetary gain. Encourage that by supporting them. Once again, if it's something that you know that they could be able to do better, that'll give you more will and want to go and support them, encourage those conversations. Another ways that you can encourage by forming groups, forming discussions, forming days, events where is it that you can be able to praise and appreciate all of the gifts and talents and skills that's within your family. Encourage that the generations to come are not going to have to experience a lot of issues that the generations before them went through by sitting talking about current problems that need to be addressed so that they can be broken, or cycles and curses that they can be broken. Encouragement, inspiration, and motivation should be given as a daily dose. We have to. We have to do it. We have to be able to say that, yes, we're going to be able to instill in our family positive energy. Instill in our family that, yes, even despite our problems and our issues and our flaws and our dysfunction, guess what? We got joys. We got pleasures. We got gifts. We got blessings. We got happiness. We got love. We got life. We got family. We have to be able to encourage those things that, hey, we can say we are thankful and grateful for. We need more of that. We don't have as much of it as we would like to see. And why is it? Because we're not making more of an initiative. Now it's time for us to do that. And all I am in doing my part. And there's more to come. What are ways that your family encourage one another? Share with us. Put it in the comment. What are ways that you think that other families should be more encouraging? I want to continue to make videos like such and also encourage other people to make videos like such. I ask you all to, if you haven't did it before, press the like button. Make sure that you let others know that you enjoy what you've been seeing and hearing. Subscribe. I would appreciate all of the audience, all of the followers. Share. Share this with somebody. Go through the rest of my videos. If it's a topic on there that you feel like that, there's somebody that you just know could actually really receive this message and it would resonate to them, share it to them. And then, once again, comment, engage. I do want more participation. I eventually want to get to a point where is it that, man, we're having live discussions, where is it that, man, I'm on here and you're on here, and man, we're talking together. Move it on up to, man, bringing people on and asking them to join me. And there are already other people that are doing it. I'm just doing my part. I'm just doing my point. This is not a competition. I'm not want to overrule or override anybody. This is not why I do it. I do it to share my message so that people can know. I'm going to share my experience to let them know also that I've been where you are and I get it. And I want some stuff to change too. And I've already decided, and I've told the generational curses in my family, it starts with me. And so I'm not going to stop with my journey, because even after I'm gone, these videos are going to be visible for the generations that came after me to see. My grandchildren be able to say, man, look at my grandmama. She was talking about this. Yes. My great grandchildren say, look at my great grandma. She was talking about, yes. We have to continue this momentum and, man, get this ball going, and let's spread a lot of positivity. We start from within our family. That way, when we start within our family, guess what? They take it outside and they spread it around, and before you know it, it's a domino effect. So I'm going to get ready to leave you all until it's time for me to come back again, because you know I'm coming back. I thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support that you give, and I encourage you to continue to give me the support, because there's going to be more and more topics that I'm pretty sure somebody out there can relate to. You all be safe. Make it count. Man, until we meet again, I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.